Now it's just a matter of fitting this saddle. Just slide it on, line up your threads in your ball nut holder, just snip them down. Come on, now back them off. That's just to pull everything in line. Now, this is the gib. I've anodised it black, but they look very similar. So when you pull them out, you can either mark on them X, Y, or engrave it or pin it. There's not much difference between them. But as you can see, got the 4 holes lining up and the lock nut position. So they fit in on the angle, and to know which way it goes, the deepest part of these counterbores here will be facing out. So it tilts that way, slides in there. Now as you can see, plenty of clearance in there. Now what you can do, just to put your lock nut on, have some gib screws. As you build it, it gets heavier and heavier. The gib will have fallen down his right position. There they are. Now, hopefully they're all nice and set. Now the reason why I tighten it up is I then tighten these up, because as your table moves along, there's clearance between the gib and the V-groove, otherwise it wouldn't move. So when you nip it up, that's the maximum position in that direction. So to stop any torsion or any problems, you tighten it up so it's in its maximum position in one direction. Then you can tighten up these, knowing that it will then fit in tight. I drilled 2 pinholes, and they're for taper pins. So what you do is you drill matching holes. These are 1/8 at the moment in both sections. Then you assemble it, re-drill it again to see if they're out. Then you put your taper reamer in, and then you tap your taper pins in. That locks the position. Then you can undo your screw, put your Loctite on, tighten it up, undo the screw, and put your Loctite up. So that's now with the saddle on. Here is the Z-axis already assembled and installed. I added a 3D printed fan because this is contained under the cover, so that's to add a bit more airflow. That's the bearings. That's my typical extension, ball screw, and the ball screw nut. So now the X-axis table assembly is complete. I've adjusted the gibs. Now just a matter of lifting all this heavy weight up and onto there, and then I can then install the Y-axis. So this is the extra machining I had to do to put the end bearing on. That's where the original lock nut, the original bore nut went, and it's pinned, and I've had to raise this so as I can get my hand in to tighten up any screws. So it's now going to be a matter of lifting this up here. It's on some blocks, but it's a bit unsteady. And we'll just swing around this side. Okay. So let's see how we go. So we can take the weight and just tilt this. Just line it up. Then we can just lift it up. How easy was that? There. Move the blocks. And we're done. I've made it so it goes all the way. That's where I get the extra travel. Alright.